Hey everybody, welcome back for another countdown day. We are in day number 6. We are going to be doing weightlifting on a timer combined with planking. So 30 seconds of a weighted move, 30 seconds of plank, and we're going to have 5 different weighted exercises and we're going to go through 5 rounds. So I have a set of 20s, but I also have a set of 12s very available on the ready because 5 sets is going to add up. We won't have any transition time. It'll just be going straight from our weighted set into our plank set. And we're going to start on a roller. We're going to focus on the upper back here, rolling, and then we'll get to work. Get your breath started up. Focus on whatever area you feel like needs a little bit more attention. I know I say it a lot, but rolling does really make a big difference and go a long way to helping keep everything functioning well, getting worked out. We put a lot of effort and time and work into the body, and so getting it rolled out and giving back to it so it can recover is always a good idea. So on our timer, we're going to be going, like I said, those 5 rounds. So that means that we're going to be working for 25 minutes straight. So we'll get our little roll here, little extra warm up, hit those 25 minutes, and then be set for a solid stretch at the end. Just a couple more passes on that roller, maybe a little bit more into your side. That erector spine helps support so much going on in that upper body. Other side. And then as always, if planking doesn't work for you, you can just switch into a bird dog and hit that up for today. All right, let's go ahead and slide over onto our hands and knees. Take your right hand behind your head. Inhale, twist up nice and high, and then exhale, lower down. Try to keep your hips level and square. So we're getting that rotation from the mid-back. One more here. Put traction into that hand on the ground, and then really twist from there. All right, left hand behind the head. Inhale, twist. Exhale to drop. Feel that nice stretch through the back, opening through the chest. One more. All right, let's push up and back into our downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet, drop one heel and then the other. Push into that thumb and first finger. Slide the shoulder blades down. Keep the core engaged. Walk your feet to hands, hand to feet. Stretch over those legs. Grab both hands outside one calf and then twist a bit. And then around the other side. Okay, so I'm going to run you through what we're going to do, and we'll get to work. All right, we're going to have our locomotive, a back fly, overhead press, upright row, and a curtsy lunge. Like I said, 5 rounds through. All righty, 30 seconds of work, starting with that locomotive. Ready, set, and go. Remember, you can always start light. You can always start no weight. Stop and take little shifts or adjustments through the first round. You can allow yourself a warm-up round. We don't do a ton of warm-up. So depending on the time of day and how your body feels, feel free to take a little bit of time to gear into it. 5 seconds, and then we're going to be down on the floor for our first plank. All right, here we go. Planking will definitely help generate some heat, which will be nice. Tuck and tighten through the core. Feel like we can always use a little extra planking. After our plank, we're going to be up for our back flies. So back into a hinge position. Remember, when you hinge, you want your low ribs and your pelvic bone to be the same distance apart as when you were standing tall. Super building our upper back. Feel each repetition on the pull and on the drop. Time. All right, drop it down, back into that plank. Good job, good job. Going to end up with a lot of minutes of planks today. It'll be fun. Okay, next up, we're going to have our overhead press. And come on up. If an overhead press doesn't work for you, feel free to go into a dead row. I always think that if an overhead or shoulder move doesn't work well for someone, it's always smart to just get into the back. Keep strengthening the back, because a lot of times that's what sent the shoulders wrong in the first place. Time. All right, back to that plank. Tuck and hold. Flex and contract. We got it. It's a great time to check in with your breath. Next up, we're going to hit an upright row. We haven't done these for a while. They seem to bother my elbows sometimes. It's kind of an awkward move, but it's really good for the front of the shoulders and your upper middle back. So as long as you can get that mid back pinched, elbows pull wide, and you keep the work out of the neck, you should be good to go. Don't worry about where the hands end up. It's just that draw from the elbows. Okay, back down. Next up, we'll have our curtsy lunge. And then we'll be back at the top with round 2. So our curtsy lunge will alternate left and right sides. All right, here we go. Square off those hips, open tall through the chest. Hopefully you have space behind and to the side for your legs. Knees and toes still lining up. Think about where you're pushing from, right? We want to get that front glute, and a lot of that comes from big hinge in your hip. Okay, back down for plank, and then we're at locomotive. Okay, so our next round, we'll alternate left and right sides for side planks. Tug, tighten, and flex. Build that core. Find your pelvic floor. All right, bring it up. One leg forward, one leg a little back. Hinge forward, nice and low. You can feel lots of core going on here. Stabilize in the low back. Little rotation through the mid back. You're using your back to pull those elbows. Okay, we're in our side plank, first side. And then next up, we'll have our back flies. Today could have been a great barefoot day, but my toes get cold out here. Keeping my little guys warm. Open that chest. Still holding flexion in the front of the abdomen. Build that oblique. Okay, we're up for flies. Belly strong. Hinge it forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Don't worry at all what's going on with the elbows. Really focus on the middle back. Upper middle back, those rhomboids, super important. Those are your posture muscles. All right, bring it down, other side. Depending on what you do in your everyday life for the majority of your day, posture is tough to keep solid and good, functioning well. It's crazy what poor posture can move into as well. 3, 2, and 1. It can affect, we're going overhead. It can affect your breathing patterns, which can then affect some function of your organs, headaches. So posture, always something to keep going. Keep those hips stable. Talk into the core. Time. Okay, first side. And we'll go ahead. We'll be a little bit offside. So this is our third. We still have 2 to go. So we'll have an extra one on this side. But don't worry, we'll pick it up later. Open that chest. Feel that push. Upright row is next. Hopefully you've been at planks long enough that you're able to keep the work in your abdomen. Not getting too much into those shoulders. We'll feel the shoulders, but you're able to keep the back strong and flexed for support. And then really it's that core, finding that core, put energy into holding the trunk, the torso, and the hips up. Time. Other side. Rounds are going quick. No transition time. Get into it nice and fast. Low grade heart rate, nothing too crazy. It's good to have those days. Try to keep your hips perfectly stacked. I have to watch my back hip come up for curtsy, that it doesn't rotate back, or my top hip, that it doesn't rotate back. Scan your whole body. Keep everything flexed and supported. Back to our front plank next. Starting up our third round. Feel free to try a high plank if you'd like. See what it feels like. Back into our locomotives. All right, come on up. As many reps as you can. Trying to keep those elbows squeezed in tight. That helps generate more flexion and work and pull coming through the back. Time. Back to your plank. Figure out how to make it a little tougher. Make sure your shoulders are hovering over those forearms. Back flies are next. Every time you exhale, get more flexion. Looking good, looking good. You've really still got to dig into that core in order to hold support for your back. If your back hurts when you're hinging forward, you don't have enough flexion in the core to support your hinge. Make sure your knees are soft so you can push your butt back and get the hips neutral, plank, to your shoulders. Pelvic alignment. That's where it all starts. You'll know if you've got it off. Your low back starts to chirp at you. We'll have an overhead press. Come on up. Pack into your back. Strengthen through the core. Time. Those are definitely getting tougher. All right, back in. Tuck it up. Hold it together. We have our upright rows next. I did notice I didn't set my timer right, so it's going to go off here in a minute, but we'll just keep flying. I can start it back quick. There it is. Okay, bring it up. We're going into our upright row. Feel that back engage, the core holds steady, and then those shoulders. Definitely feeling those shoulders. Elbows coming out wide. Time. Back to our plank. I always think of those kind of like a string puppet. If you had strings on the edges of your elbows and someone above is pulling them up, that's what's going on. It's just our mid-delt pulling as opposed to strings. Looking good. Keep it going. Okay, back up for our curtsy. Go the pace that works for you. Find your challenge though. Fourth round coming up. After our plank here, we'll be back into our locomotive. If you're finding it tough to keep the plank going because of your shoulders, then feel free to go into a dead bug or concentrated crunches. Wherever you can get the best core activation, build the most heat. All right, here we go. Set 4. I love these. It's like a full body. You got to get your legs. If you think about the core, getting that back. Keep that spine long and neutral. And time. All right. Back down into your side plank. Hopefully remember which side you were ready for. I don't know that I remember, but oh well. It'll all even out. 4 seconds. Back flies next. Here we go. Try to keep your body really still and stable. So you're not bobbing your head or neck or upper body against the pull of that row of the fly. These are a little different than a suitcase row because your elbows come out wide and then pinch together at the top. Down for your side plank. I'm actually very excited for these. Give one shoulder a little break at a time. We'll be up for our up overhead press next. Can you inch those hips any higher? Alrighty. Time. Whew. Those are definitely getting tough. Side plank. So nice being on a timer. Don't even have to worry about counting. Next up, we'll hit those upright rows. Grab to the front of the belly. Time. Roll those shoulders back and down. Keep a super high chest. So as the weights drop, make sure your chest is not falling forward or back. Time. Back to our other side. Curtsies to go. Doing fantastic. Okay, bringing it up, setting it in. Give those arms a little break. Make sure we're sticking with our full body sets. Three, 2, and 1. All right, other side, last time. Ooh. Stack it up. Feel that oblique. And then we have our last round, locomotives to start. 3, 2, and 1. So with our flies, elbows come out just a bit. But with these, try to keep those elbows in tight. Grab tighter through the core. Time. Okay, back into that front plank. Go deep inside. Find that core. Try to flex behind and under your armpits. Get your back to support you. Find lengthening through the spine, and we're up. All right, flies, back flies. Elbows come wide, and then squeeze in at the top. Keep your shoulders rolled back, slid down. 3, 2, and 1. Back down. Keep it going. Check in with your breath through your plank pose. Keep your focus. Next up, we have our overhead press. Time. Woo! I made it with my 20s, yay! Maybe it was just having the 12s ready to go. A little bit of insurance over there. Keep pulling those elbows back toward toes. Keep your plank tough and active. And coming up, upright rows. Tall chest. One at a time. That's the way, that's the way. Oh, time. Curtsies are next. We have 2 planks and a curtsy. 1.5 minutes to go. Time. All right, come on, legs. It's about all I have left. Minimal shoulders. Core still feeling pretty good, I have to say. I hope yours is too. Three, 2, 1. Last plank. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, nice job, everybody. Hinge back. Reach your arms super far forward. Keep your elbows up off the ground. Find that traction. So pushing your hands in, fingertips reaching forward and gripping as you're sliding the shoulder blades down. Pulling the armpits up. Elbows pulling down toward the mat so you get your external rotation in the shoulders. Take both knees to the right, both hands to the left, and stack your right hand on top of your left hand. Make sure you're staying relaxed through the right shoulder. Again, find your traction. And then switch to the other side. Knees will go to the left, hands will go to the right. Left hand on top of the right. Perfect. Okay, let's thread our needle. Hands and knees. Inhale, open that arm up nice and high. Get your little twist here. Again, relax through the shoulder, open the chest. Exhale, slide your right arm under, reach through as far as possible. Pull the right arm with your left. See if you can rest your right head on the ground, your right head, the right side of your head. Let your hips kind of pull to the right as well. Alrighty. Press up from that left hand. Let's go to the other side. Inhale the left arm up. Twist, twist, relax in the shoulder. And then exhale, slide through. Now see if you can set the left side of your head on the ground. Pull the left hand with your right arm. Bring it back in, press it up. Hit up your downward facing dog. Drive your right heel into the ground. Little stretch, extra stretch through the hamstring and the calf. Relax your neck, hold that core still. Drop your left heel to the ground, let your right heel lift. Get that stretch to the back of the left leg. And then let's go ahead and pull ourselves forward, bringing your right leg up for pigeon. Walk that back knee back. Fantastic job. So we've made it through, see if I can do my math, 25 days. We have 5 to go. Another week ahead of us. Counting down, finishing off an amazing season, an amazing year. Getting us through hopefully a super happy and joyous season, not chaotic or stressful. Press into your hands, replace the right leg back, then we're going to bring the left leg forward. So make sure that you hit up our last 5 sessions. They're fun, they move quick, they're simple. They leave you feeling energized and strong, not too exhausted. Making sure we can get through our day. Okay, from here, let's come up to our squat. Take your feet as wide as you would like. Try to get your heels to plant onto the ground. If they don't, try to maybe find something to hold onto so that you can get some support. And then close your eyes. And we're going to take 5 focused breaths, whatever that looks like for you. Try to breathe in and out your nose. The only thing you have to do is just focus on the breath. Feel it entering and exiting your nose, filling your lungs, exiting. All right, last one. Fill your lungs. Joy, peace, love, kindness, happiness. And then exhale, toxicity and negativity. All right, it's going to be an amazing day. Thank you all. I will see you very soon for day 5.